Can you solve all these Class 10 History Chapter 1 The Rise of Nationalism in Europe questions? What is a Rhine?
Great job. River is accurate. Zollverein, what a... Good thinking. Custom union is right. Heroism indicate. Exactly. Crown of oak leaves make sense. Who was Ernest Roman? Clear logic. A French philosopher is sound. Meaning of absolutist. Strong choice. A government is right. Who protects the Rhine? Good job. Germania works well. Romanticism refers to. Well picked. Cultural movement is correct. Who were the Junkers? Great thinking. Large landowners is right. What was Young Italy? Correct. Secret society is spot on. First World War ends in. Smart move. 1918 is accurate answer. What does suffrage mean? You chose right to vote. Correct. Who was Frederick Soriot? Solid response. A French artist is valid. Broken chain symbolizes. You're right. Being freed is correct. Who was Giuseppe Mazzini? Perfect. An Italian revolutionary is the one. Who was Otto von Bismarck? Well done. Chief Minister of Prussia is right. Who had the right to vote? Smart pick. Propertied men is correct. The term suffrage means. Well reasoned. Right to vote is correct. When did nationalism emerge? Right again. 19th century is valid. The word des Volk refers to. Excellent. Common people of Germany is well reasoned. Q7, what does La Patrie mean? Valid point. The fatherland is true. The meaning of Volksgest. Right choice. Spirit of the nation is best. Napoleonic Code was known as. On track. Civil Code of 1804 is correct. Allegory of British nation is. You got it? Britannia fits. What Customs Association? Nice work. Customs Union fits perfectly. When was the French Revolution? Correct response. 1789 is accurate. Who headed Sardinia Piedmont? Bravo, King Victor Emmanuel is the answer. The German oak is a symbol of. Excellent choice. Heroism is right. Balkans was under the control of. Sharp thinking. Ottoman Empire is right. What was the allegory of Germany? Nicely done. Germania is solid. What was Frederick Soriot's dream? Nice selection. Democratic and Social Republicans is correct. Thanks for playing. Bye for now. Good thinking. Okay is right. Who destroyed democracy in France? Clear logic. Napoleon Bonaparte is sound. Q4 Utopian Society stands for dash. Excellent. Imaginary society is well reasoned. Why was Zollverein created in 1834? You got it. To abolish tariff barriers fits. The Act of Union of 1707 was between. Correct. England and Scotland is spot. Who became the king of United Italy? Bravo! Victor Emmanuel I is the answer. The term absolutist is referred to. Well reasoned. Monarchical government is correct.
The term liberalism is derived from.
Great thinking. Latin language is right. From heaven who gazed upon the scene. Smart pick. Churst. Saints and angels is correct. The Napoleonic Code was called as dash. Correct response. Civil Code is accurate. Who gave the lecture, What is a Nations? Valid point. Ernst Reinam is true. Jacobin clubs influenced Germany army. You're right. False is correct. What did crown of oak leaves represent? Strong choice. Heroism is right.
The fallen Germania was painted by dash.
Great job. Julius Hubner is accurate. When was the Battle of Waterloo fought? Nicely done. 1815 is solid. Giuseppe Mazzini founded Young Europe in.
Right again? Bern is valid.
In which year did Napoleon invade Italy? On track 1787 is correct. Which was not the part of Balkan region? You chose Germany. Correct?
Giuseppe Mazzini was the creator of dash.
Well done. Young France is right. Name the Italian revolutionary from Gino. Smart move. Giuseppe Mazzini is accurate answer.
Who hosted the Congress of Vienna in 1815?
Good job. Duke Metternich works well. What was chosen to replace Royal Standard? Excellent choice. French flag is right.
The Civil Code of 1804 was known as the dash.
Sharp thinking. Napoleonic Code is right. What did the crown of oak leaves symbolize? Perfect. Heroism is the one. This powerful aristocracy was a dash group. Nice selection. Small is correct. Which state led the unification of Germany? Well picked. Prussia is correct. Greece had been part of Ottoman Empire since. Nice work. 15th century fits perfectly. Who was the architect of German unification? Right choice. Otto von Bismarck is best. Which was not an ethnicity of British Isles? Solid response. Spanish is valid. Who among the following started Young Italy? Exactly. Giuseppe Mazzini makes sense. Representing a country as if it were a person. Perfect. Allegory is the one. The Ottoman Empire was ruled by the Emperor of. Correct response. Turkey is accurate. Who formed a secret society called Young Italy? Nice selection. Giuseppe Mazzini is correct. When was Germany declared an independent nation? 1871 is solid. The Napoleonic Code upheld reforms and equality. Clear logic. True is sound. The movement of unification of Italy was led by. Well done. Caver is right. Zollverein started in 1834 and Prussia refers to a. Bravo. Customs union is the answer. Which area was known as the powder keg of Europe? Smart pick. Balkans is correct. What was the popular belief of the conservatists? Good thinking. Traditional institutions is right. Dash banned the flag of the liberal nationalists. Good job. Duke's Metternich works well. Liberal nationalist mainly belong to which class? Great job. Educated middle-class elite is accurate. The Act of Union of 1707 was between Dashti and Dash. Well picked. England, Scotland is correct.
Which of the allegories wear a crown of oak leaves?
Smart move. Germania is accurate answer. Philip Veit replaced the Kaiser's crown by the dash. Solid response. Broken chain is valid. Which region was ruled over by the Habsburg Empire? You chose Austria-Hungary. Correct. How many series of prints were prepared by Sorio? You're right. 4 is correct. A large of the Balkans was under the control of the... Sharp thinking. Ottoman Empire is right. The first clear expression of nationalism came from... Strong choice. French Revolution 1789 is right. What was Romanticism during the Age of Revolutions? Excellent choice. Cultural movement is right. Where was the first upheaval took place in July 1830? Excellent. France is well reasoned. Who was responsible for the unification of Germany? Correct. Bismarck is spot on. Black, red and gold tricolor symbolizes the flag of... Valid point. Liberal nationalist is true. The Civil Code of 1804 in France is usually known as... Right again. Napoleonic Code is valid. Mazzini was a great revolutionary leader of Romanian. You got it. False fits. Who was proclaimed the King of United Italy in 1861? Exactly. Victor Emmanuel I makes sense. Referring to question 7, when was the lecture delivered? Right choice. 1882 is best. The place where the priests and bishops were punished. Well reasoned. Siberia is correct. The majority of the population was made up of the dash. On track. Peasantry is correct. When did all adult male enjoy right to vote in France? Nice work. During Jacobins fits perfectly. In Galicia, the aristocratic people speak dash language. Great thinking. Polish is right. L. The measuring unit in Germany was used to measure. You chose cloth. Correct. When did Napoleon invade Italy and start Napoleonic Wars? Valid point. 1791 is true. A large part of Balkan region was under the control of... Solid response. Ottoman Empire is valid. The British Parliament was dominated by its dash members. Nicely done. English is solid. Which form of government was there in France before 1789? You're right. Monarchy is correct. Why Soryu used Christ, saints and angels in his prints? Well picked. To show fraternity is correct. God Save Our Noble King Dash is the national anthem of... Good job. Britain works well. The treaty of recognized Greece as an independent nation. Correct response. Constantinople 1832 is accurate. Who played an important role in the unification of Germany? Strong choice. Otto von Bismarck is right. Which of the following was not a part of Napoleon's defeat? Right again. Italy is valid. Which of the following is not stated in the Napoleonic Code? Exactly. Abolition of slavery makes sense. Who gained the credit of the success of German unification? Smart pick. Otto von Bismarck is correct. When was Victor Emmanuel I proclaimed King of Unified Italy? Excellent choice. 1861 is right.
Name any two states offering homage to the Statue of Liberty.
Nice selection. United States and Switzerland is correct. Which of the following state lead the unification of Germany? Clear logic. Prussia is sound.
The most dangerous enemy of our social order. Who said this?
Nice work. Metternich fits perfectly.
The first clear expression of nationalism in Europe came with.
You got it. The French Revolution fits. The English Parliament seized power from the monarchy in 1688. Perfect. True is the one.
What was the main occupation in the mid-18th century in Europe?
Great thinking. Peasantry is right. Who, among the following, hosted the Congress at Vienna in 1815? Correct. Duke Metternich is spot on. In the economic sphere, liberalism stood for the freedom of dash. Well done. Market is right. When did the French army move into Holland, Switzerland, and Italy? Well reasoned. 1790s is correct. Who remarked, whenever Rance sneezes, Europe catches cold? Dash. Great job. Duke Metternich is accurate. When did Frederick Soriu prepare the prince visualizing his dream? Right choice. 1840 is best. Treaty of Constantinople recognized dash as an independent nation. Excellent. Greece is well reasoned. The Napoleonic Code was exported to which of the following regions? Sharp thinking. Regions under French control is right. When did industrialization in French and parts of Germany occurred? Smart move. In 19th century is accurate answer. What are the colors of Germany's flag in Soriu's utopian vision? Bravo, black, red, gold is the answer. Who remarked, when France sneezes, the rest of Europe catches cold? On track, Metternich is correct. A large part of the Balkans was under the control of the Dash Empire. Good thinking. Ottoman is right. Duties were often levied according to the dash E or dash de of the goods. Correct response. Weight or measurement is accurate. The first clear expression of nationalism came with the dash in 1789. Well done. French Revolution is right. When was the first clear expression of nationalism noticed in Europe? Excellent choice. 1789 is. When France sneezes, the rest of Europe catches cold. Was observed by. Great thinking. Duke Metternich is right.
What do the saints, angels, and Christ symbolize in the utopian vision?
Great job. Fraternity among nations is accurate.
The term liberalism derives from the Latin root dash, meaning free.
Nice work. Liber fits perfectly.
In which of the following years was the Vienna Peace Treaty organized?
Smart move. 1815 is accurate answer.
Which of the following group of powers collectively defeated Napoleon?
Sharp thinking. Austria, Prussia, Russia, Britain is right.
Which country began to use language as a weapon of national resistance?
Good job. Poland works well.
Returning from exile, Giuseppe Mazzini formed a new organization called.
You're right. Young Italy is correct.
Which of the following countries did not attend the Congress of Vienna?
Right choice. Switzerland is best.
Socially and politically, a dash was the dominant class in the continent.
Solid response. Landed aristocracy is. Industrialization began in England in the second half of the dash century.
Valid point. 18th is true. Which country became a full-fledged territorial state in Europe in 1789?
Perfect. France is the one.
The allegory of the German nation who wears a crown of oak leaves was a.
Good thinking. Germania is right.
Which coalition of nations was instrumental in the downfall of Napoleon?
Correct. Russia, Prussia, Austria, Britain is spot on.
Which of the following treaty recognized Greece as an independent nation? Well picked. Treaty of Constantinople is correct. In Britain, formation of a nation-state was a long parliamentary process.
You got it. True fits.
The aristocracy spoke dash for purposes of diplomacy and in high society.
Bravo. French is the answer.
Who among the following formed the secret society called Young Europe? Nice selection.
Giuseppe Mazzini is correct.
A government or system of rule that has no restraints on the power exercised.
Excellent. Absolutism is well reasoned.
When France sneezes, the rest of Europe catches cold. Who made this remark?
Smart pick. Duke Metternich is correct.
3 wars over 7 years with dash, dash, and a dashish ended in Prussian victory.
On track. Austria, Denmark, and France is correct.
System of ideas reflecting a particular social and political vision is known as.
Nicely done. Ideology is solid.
Which region in the Habsburg Empire had largely a German-speaking aristocracy?
Clear logic. Bohemia is sound.
Most of the monarchies imposed to dash laws to control what was said in newspapers.
Well reasoned. Censorship is correct.
By which of the following treaties was the United Kingdom of Great Britain formed?
You chose Act of Union. Correct.
In Britain, the formation of the nation-state was the result of a sudden upheaval.
Right again. False is valid.
From 1848, Prussia took on the leadership of the movement of national unification.
Strong choice. True is right.
Who came from a family engaged in coastal trade and was a sailor in the merchant navy?
Exactly. Giuseppe Garibaldi makes sense. In which year was a custom union or Zollverein formed at the initiative of Prussia?
Sharp thinking. 1834 is Italian princely house ruled which of the following states before unification of Italy? You're right. Sardinia-Piedmont is correct. Who cultivated in the land holdings of the aristocrats in the Eastern and Central Europe? Exactly. Serfs makes. Who was proclaimed the German emperor in a ceremony held at Versailles in January 1871? Smart pick. K. William I is correct. Which of the following countries is considered as the cradle of European civilization? Great thinking. Greece is right. When the Statue of Liberty was delivered, people carried German flags of the color dash. Solid response. Red, gold, black is valid. The most serious source of nationalist tension in Europe after 1871 was an area called. Excellent choice. Balkans. Which newly designed flag was chosen to replace the formal flag royal standard in France? Excellent. Tricolor is well reasoned. Name the French artist who created the dream of worldwide democratic and social republics. Correct. Frédéric Sérieux is spot on. Which of the following reforms made the whole system in France more rational and efficient? Great job. Administrative reforms is accurate. Which event is often regarded as a significant catalyst for the rise of nationalism in Europe? Valid point. The unification of Italy is true. German philosopher Johann Gottfried claimed that true German culture was to be discovered among the. Right choice. Common people is best. Which dynasty was deposed during the French Revolution and later restored to power by conservatives? Good thinking. Bourbon dynasty is right. Which of the following classes were politically and socially dominant in Europe in the 18th century? Smart move. Landed aristocracy is accurate answer. Italy was divided into 7 states, of which only one, -A, was ruled by an Italian princely house. Nice selection. Sardinia-Piedmont is correct. What was the main feature of the pattern of land holding prevailing in the Eastern and Central Europe? Clear logic. Vast estates is sound. After a failed revolt led by Dashaf, Ireland was forcibly incorporated into the United Kingdom in 1801. Strong choice. Wolf tone is right. Which one of the following types of government was functioning in France before the Revolution of 1789? What? You got it. Monarchy fits. Which one of the following states was ruled by an Italian princely house before unification of Italy? Nice work. Sardinia-Piedmont fits perfectly. The ideas of a united community enjoying equal rights under a constitution were expressed by the French as perfect, both, and is the one. The Act of Union between England and resulted in the formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. Well picked. Scotland is correct. Napoleon's administrative measures had created out of countless small principalities a confederation of states. On track 39 is correct.
Giuseppe Garibaldi led an army of volunteers to Rome to fight the last obstacle in the unification of Italy in the year.
You chose 1867, correct.
In which year did Frederick Soriot create his famous painting The Dream of Worldwide Democratic and Social Republics?
Nicely done. 1848 is solid.
A political philosophy that stressed the importance of tradition institutions and customs and preferred gradual development. Well done. Conservatism is right. A merchant traveling in 1833 from Hamburg to Nuremberg to sell his goods would have had to pass through customs barriers.
Bravo. Levin is the answer.
He was famous Italian revolutionary. He founded underground societies, first Young Italy and Young Europe. Can you identify
Well reasoned. Giuseppe Mazzini is correct.
When an abstract idea, for instance, greed, freedom, envy, and liberty is expressed through a person or a thing, it is known as .
Good job. Allegory works well. Identify the person shown in the image.
Right again. Germania is valid.
The French artist who prepared a series of 4 prints visualizing his dream of a world made up of democratic and social republics.
Correct response. Frederick Soriot is accurate.
Name the statue mentioned in the painting by Frederick Soriot in his painting The Dream of Worldwide Democratic and Social Republics.
Well picked. Statue of Liberty is correct.
The clans that inhabited the Scottish Highlands suffered terrible repression whenever they attempted to assert their independence.
Great job. Catholic is accurate.
Through a tactful diplomatic alliance with France engineered by Cava, Sardinia-Piedmont succeeded in defeating the Austrian forces in
Correct response. 1859 is accurate.
Who was the first to reach France in the painting?
Excellent. France is well reasoned.
Choose the correct nationality of the artist Frederick Soriot, who visualized in his painting a society made up of democratic and social republic.
Right choice. French is best.
Which of the following best signifies the image in 1848 in France?
You're right. Peasants' uprising is correct.
Arrange the following in the correct sequence. Unification of Germany, unification of Italy, Greek struggle for independence, began fall of Napoleon.
Well reasoned is correct.
People of which country are mentioned in the painting by Frederick Soriot?
Excellent choice. Europe and America is right.
It is a feeling of political consciousness and unity among the people of a state. It is the devotion, love, and patriotic feelings for one's own nation called .
Strong choice. Nationalism is right.
Name the country that had not yet existed as a nation-state even before Frederick Soriot created this painting.
On track. Germany is correct.
Literally, a government or system of rule that has no restraints on the power exercised. In history, the term refers to a form of monarchical government that was centralized, militarized, and repressive in one name.
Nicely done. Absolutist is solid.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Valid point.
Contact Narayan Changda on Facebook is true.